everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Everything is fine here on Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. I'm Mike, joined by Bogie, here to talk Star Wars with all you fans out there. You might see a little bit different view this time, so I'm having computer issues. And to sum it up, I just need a new computer, right, Bogie?
Yeah.
Well, ever since like the Windows change or whatever, now like my internet won't stay consistently on. So to spare everyone from me going in and out all the time, I'm using the trusty iPad for this. So get business elements out of the way really quick. If you're listening to us right now, hit that subscribe button, like, rate, download, all the above. We greatly appreciate it. Any little thing you do definitely helps us get our podcast and YouTube channel out there amongst all the other Star Wars ones, and there are quite a few of them. So again, hit that subscribe button if you're listening to us. Once we hit 200 subscribers, we will have a prize giveaway. Make sure your name is public, because then once we hit that number, we'll put you into a drawing and we'll draw a name for the first prize. And at 500, we'll do another one, and it'll be a lightsaber, and not one of those little toy ones that extend that are from Target or Walmart or whatnot. It'll be an actual not one of those. We're giving away Bogey's lightsaber.
Was already ripped out.
Because whenever you move it, it just shoots out then, right?
Yeah. I just wanted a lightsaber just to decorate, to have on a belt.
You're like, I just want a hilt. I just want
But if I have that and it's upside down, then all of a sudden it just pops out. Like, well, I don't want that. Like, so I was like, just ripped it out. Like,
you're like, I'm done with this.
Yeah. That was the year I dressed up as Obi-Wan Kenobi for Halloween, and
okay.
And you would think Obi-Wan Kenobi, or even like a Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, looks pretty close to Obi-Wan's. Like, the only lightsaber I could find was a Darth Vader one.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, well, this would look kind of weird, but at least it's a lightsaber. But long story short, I forgot it anyway. So I was just walking around with Obi-Wan without a lightsaber. So.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Whatever.
But yeah, for the drawing, it will be an actual dueling lightsaber, a theory saber. So you're going to want to get a hold of that one. And so again, that's at 500 subscribers. Well, this is likely going to be our last episode of the year, which also means the last episode of season 5 for Detention Block. So, hey, we made it through another year, another season. And just to recognize, Bogie, this was your first full year on the channel. So I remember going back to the first time that you started, and you were unsure on how it would go, and you were kind of nervous a little bit. But then after some episodes, then it's like, oh, now you got the swing of it.
Yeah, you probably remember that after that first episode, I called you right away, and I was like, how did I do? I probably did terrible. I was shaking.
Give it to me straight.
Just give it to me straight. You know what? You're like, because you guys were joking about, new timers. You start off in your detention block.
Yeah.
We'll release you if you're good enough. And I was like, am I still locked in? And you're like, no, you did great, bud. You're like, you're in. As long as you want to keep doing it. So
come on whenever you want. But yeah, see, it wasn't so bad now, was it?
Yeah, especially too if you have the love and appreciation of Star Wars, and if it wasn't for you and our clan here getting me to watch some of these shows that I probably would not have watched. Visions. I don't know if I had really would give it a chance, but you talked me into it, and then I watched it. I'm like, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Was good shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You still got to finish Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah, I know.
I know you got through. How much did you end up getting through?
For Clone Wars, I think I got through a season and a half, I think.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought you were getting closer and closer to when it really starts picking up.
Yeah, because I know you were warning me about how, the early stages is very, very kiddie, and you said the droids are going to annoy the hell out of you, and they sure did. They were just dumb and corny.
I
But
forget. Did you ever watch the Clone Wars movie?
no, I think did I ask the question if what was best when and where to watch it between the movie and the show? Like,
Well, I think when we were talking
ti-
about it too, I think we were saying like it's not really as necessary. It's just kind of an intro to some of the characters, but like it's also during the annoying phase of some of the characters. So it's like,
oh,
but yeah, I mean, it kicks off the whole season pretty much. So it would be watch that first. I mean, if you go watch it now, it's probably going to be a little unbearable, but still worth it.
it got some quality aspects to it. This is what you're saying that, that makes it worthwhile.
Yeah. Um, I just think,
Your hesitation now makes me
yeah.
like, maybe I'll just
Does that
pass
speak
it.
enough of my hesitation? I'm just saying, like, because I'm the type of person that I'm going to absorb like each piece of content, whether we like it or not. Like, whether it's the Acolyte or it's the Mandalorian, as good as Mandalorian gets. Like, I want the good and the bad because if it's all canon, I want to understand like how all these things connect and everything. So, but some things are just tougher to push through, and that movie is one of them. And I think we've spoken many times about it, but like soundtracks are so important to me. Just the music, and it is not a good soundtrack. It's like not. It does not give Star Wars vibes at all, which makes it a little difficult. But I mean, it was great watching it when I did and being introduced to like Ahsoka, get the Clone Wars version of Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then Asajj Ventress shows up for the first time in that, so you're introduced to her. So just some of those elements was good to get out of that movie. But I mean, I think it's only like an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and a half, so it's not long to push through. But
Would you say some of those key characters, like Asajj Ventress, is introduced was purposely or the first introduction to them was supposed to be the movie or
yeah,
the TV show?
the movie,
Because I've already been introduced to Ventress
yeah, yeah, because she comes,
in the show,
yeah.
but I mean, again, it's been a while, but I felt like that was an introduction in the
And
episode.
maybe it was. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up a little bit. Because in the movie, and let me know if this is what you've seen at all, but they are looking for Jabba the Hutt's son, who's a little like baby Jabba. And his name is, and Ahsoka calls him like Stinky or something like that. So just to like, speak to the element of like kiddiness. So you've got a Hutt character that's being called Stinky from this like tween annoying girl of Ahsoka. It's like this is really challenging to push through. That wasn't what you saw?
In the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was in the show too?
I feel either you told me or I don't know, for some
Maybe you
reason
have watched the movie.
may or unless I saw part of the movie and didn't
Maybe
finish it.
maybe that.
I mean, at this point, I feel like I might have to like really just maybe just watch the
Watch it.
movie and then start all over again with the show.
Yeah. Because there's
Since
this.
we're gonna have a bit of a break, I would say, until the next
Yeah. It'll
series
be probably
series
January.
series content
Yeah.
to
Oh, for sure.
to cover. Now that Vision's just Volume 3 wrapped up the other week, so
Yeah, because the next one's probably going to be the movie Mandalorian and Grogu in May. So we've got a few months, unless something else comes up, but I doubt it. So again, just it's been great having you on. I think speaking to that, we've been kind of discussing and throwing around the potential opportunity. Well, not potential. I think we are looking for a couple more added headcount to our channel. I mean, we have 5 of us guys that do this. We've lost one, and then not that they're dead or anything. I don't mean that we lost one, meaning that they passed away. No, we just had one kind of move on, and then 2 others that just haven't been able to find the time anymore. So it's been a real struggle. And I think one of the best parts about having this like channel is bringing in other people's opinions and having that discussion in discourse or even like debate of the contents that we're watching or just the subjects that we're covering. And a lot of times Bogie and I are finding ourselves agreeing on things, and it's like we want a little more pushback too to have like other angles of conversation. So I think, I mean, if you're listening to us, and you know, whether you're a subscriber or not, if you've got the means to, you know, jump on and converse with us, you know, a webcam and a microphone and a computer or a tablet or anything, you can even use your phone. I mean, that works as well. But if you have the means and you've got the passion and interest and time, because, you know, we strive for once a week. We don't always get on once a week because I think, well, there's 52 weeks in a year, and we're on episode 36 of our season 5. So we've had episodes for 36 weeks out of 52. So that kind of gives you an idea. But yeah, if you're interested, you know, reach out to us, contact us. What we typically do is we have a questionnaire that we'll send out, and we'll have you answer, and then we'll invite you on. And not that it's like an interview by any means, but we're going to want to meet with you and understand like how we jive and everything, how the conversation flows, and then we'll bring you in. Any thoughts on that, Bogie?
Yeah, no, it's just kind of how I was brought on. You guys gave me a list of kind of like, yeah, I didn't answer right on the spot then. It was more of like, hey, this is what we're going to talk about in this episode. Just be prepared. And it was questions like, what first got you into Star Wars? What was like your first Star Wars movie? What was your first experience? What's your favorite character? Like, and kind of start like getting a feel of like where your preferences and what your likes are and what your, you know, maybe kind of like your guilty pleasures, where someone like, you know, between let's say like Mudge and myself might be like, really? You like that? All right, to each their own.
Right.
But then we'll make a conversation like, okay, well tell us why.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden be like, you know, you got a good point. Maybe that you changed my mind a little bit. Maybe that actually, you know, is kind of a, you know, a good episode or movie or whatever. So,
Yeah. And I think what's also important to state too is like a lot of people get kind of intimidated, like, oh, I don't know if I know enough Star Wars to jump on it and have that conversation. It's like, it's not about that. I mean, as we like watch content, you develop your own kind of thoughts and beliefs and theories and whatnot, and or specifics, names, dates, or whatnot. Like, you don't have to memorize that stuff by any means, as long as, you know, we know what you're talking about generally. Like, that's all that's important. And at least for me, what's the most fun about Star Wars is like the depth of Star Wars, like those theories and those opinions, and just either like even predictions. I love trying to predict one way or another. But that's what's more important. Just be able to have like a thought, and communicate, and the rest will come along the way. But yeah, you were kind of pointing, you were nervous about that. You're like, I don't know if I know enough Star Wars, and you know plenty enough Star Wars to have these conversations and everything.
and you were giving me crap too, and you're like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
You helped answer two
Yeah.
tough questions at the trivia that we were at together.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, well, that was two, but you knew all the rest almost. Like you knew like let's say out of like let's say I don't know how many total questions there were there like 5 per round.
Yeah, something like that.
And
but like you
probably,
knew most of those too.
eh,
We were kind of going over together.
Well,
and
it was a good like bounce like
yeah.
like it starts with and then you're like, oh, it's and all of a sudden we were like our minds would just come
Yeah.
together and come up like, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what
Yep.
it is.
Well, and I will never forget the one question. What was the name of, was it George Lucas's dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Indy.
Yep.
And you're like, I know that one.
Yep. I remember
yeah.
I remember it was killing us though, like 'cause it was like it's one of those things where you're like, I know it. I just know it. What AT-AT stands for.
Right.
And now like right now I already forgot what it's all terrain
Armored.
armored transport.
Transport. Yep.
That's what it is.
Um,
That's all I remember. Was the first one was all terrain.
yep. And
But
that was shortly before you started coming on, wasn't it? Because that was May the 4th, 2 years ago. Because last year we didn't do anything we didn't get together, I don't think, for May the 4th. But you had already been on the podcast this past May.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, if anyone out there is interested in that opportunity, let us know. We'd love to have more people come on and talk. So, speaking to it being the last episode of the year, I think it's always good as we approach the end of a year that we reflect back on the year, and just of the different Star Wars stuff that we've had, kind of our overall thoughts and direction that we think Star Wars is going. What was great about what we had this past year? What are opportunities? And if we think back, I mean, the Acolyte was this year, wasn't it?
Yep.
We had the Acolyte, we had Andor Season 2, and we had Visions Volume 3. Was that it? Did we have Ahsoka, or was that was the previous year, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I don't recall going over Ahsoka when
Yeah.
unless, like I said, when I started, it would have been shortly after that May the 4th trivia. No.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think back what it was we were talking about when you first jumped on. Because there was a show that was kind of either coming up or we were already talking about. I'm pulling up my backlog of it all. Let's see.
It was right when James Earl Jones passed.
Yes, that's right. That was the first one we were talking about, wasn't it?
Yep. That was the main first topic, my first episode.
All right, so season 5. Oh, Skeleton Crew. We had Skeleton Crew as well.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
I was like, because there was one other thing that we had, because Visions, we found out within the year was coming out, but there was like 3 major things of content that were coming out that we knew coming into the year. So yeah, Skeleton Crew.
Is that kind of a bad thing though? They say if you can't like I like the show, but if you couldn't remember it, then it probably wasn't that great of a show, or like very rememberable.
Well, and I think that's kind of where we're at with Star Wars at the point, like
just pumping out content, and then
I mean, Skeleton Crew is probably relatively good in terms of what we've been seeing with Star Wars, because I feel like a lot of the stuff as of recent hasn't really been meeting what we would want out of Star Wars. So something like Skeleton Crew, if we were getting good stuff all the time, would probably be like pushed down a little bit more in terms of what we thought about it. But out of what when you put it up against Acolyte, like,
oh yeah,
Skeleton Crew, I like
how Acolyte gets remembered.
Yeah,
because it's so bad. Because it's so bad for the wrong reasons.
But I mean, Mandalorian season 3 was kind of hit or miss.
Now was that this year?
No, that was the year before.
Okay.
Because let's see, that was right before Skeleton Crew, right? No. Oh wait, I have it wrong. So Acolyte was last year. So that was around when you were coming on.
Oh yeah. That's true. You guys did ask me if I had watched any of it, and I said I've just seen clips.
Yeah.
I never really invested into it. So then we never really discussed it. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay, so now
it had to be like right after that that series or season ended.
Yep.
It had to be around the time I might have started joining the crew.
Yep. So Skeleton Crew started the year off. Um, I remember I did play Jedi Survivor. It came out before that, I think, but I started playing it this past year. And oh, Tales of was
The
it Tales
Tales,
of the
I
Empire?
just Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Underworld,
Yeah, yep. Tales of the
and
Underworld, and then Andor season two.
was it Tales of the Jedi?
No, so Tales of the Jedi came out first, and
Yeah,
then
so that would have been the year before.
Tales of the Empire
Empire.
came out next, and then this year Tales of the Underworld came out,
Yep.
and then it was Visions that came out. So yeah, it was really Tales of the Underworld, Andor season two, and Skeleton Crew, and then we got Visions Volume 3 that got announced after the new year had started, I believe. So not too much content wise, but I will say Andor season two I think was a huge hit. I think that was definitely a Disney Star Wars success, and it's a show I've really appreciated, and of course like the show I think I've enjoyed that one the most. I mean, Mandalorian season 1 and 2 is right up there with it, but then Mandalorian season 3 kind of brings it
Drop.
down a peg for me a little bit. Um, but of course, the show that I think has been the best, in my opinion, is the one that only gets 2 seasons. It's like, damn it. But they can't have any more because then it's Rogue One, and we all know what happens in Rogue One. So,
But they do a perfect. I mean it's again, don't force it. Do it right. Just do it right. Yes, which we love to have more, sure, but
right.
don't. But then you could easily just ruin it by just you know you have some of these shows that have like these episodes. You're just like, what was the point of this episode? It was just a filler.
Yeah.
And so I think Andor just did it perfect,
Yeah.
and and letting Tony Gilroy do his magic and let him just story arc it perfectly, let it flow just perfectly. Even pace, just like season one into season two, pace it just like you did how Rogue One went.
Yep.
Uh, and that formula worked perfect.
And
That's
it's better to leave the audience wanting more than wanting less.
yeah,
And if we're in a position where we're like, oh, I wish I could have had more, then you're in a good position. And they like you alluded to, like they ended it perfectly. You had the resolution that was waiting up until the Rogue One point. So like I just have that vision of what's her face holding the baby, looking out over the horizon, like
Bix.
just yeah, Biggs. That was a great way to kind of finish that off and end it. So because then you're like, crap, he had a child, and then he goes and does this Rogue One thing, and he never even knew about his child.
Yeah,
So
it gives you kind of that, and that's the thing when a show can give you, that
elicit
kind
an
of
emotional response. That was good.
emotional response and kind of that drama that I don't know that you know brings a tear to your eye of
Yeah,
like emotion like that. You're doing a great job
yeah,
story writing and acting. And we talked about too how Andor. We talked some of the characters were like killed it,
yep,
and that some of them were like first time actors.
yep.
What's her name?
The
Um,
assistant,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. You said that was her first time ever acting,
yeah, she
and
nailed it.
she nailed it.
And now,
Absolutely nailed it.
I'm sure she's going to get many other roles from other,
Oh, well,
works.
I hope so. I mean, they were talking about, um, not to get too much off topic. I follow some other guys that do like movie reviews and stuff, and they were talking about how it's kind of a weird kind of thing how Stranger Things,
Yeah,
uh, Eddie
yep,
that did the punk rock
yep,
what's the song and with the guitar when he's in the upside
yep,
down,
yep,
and then the bats end up like killing him. Where that actor, he's blossoming. He's in
yeah.
stuff. He's in a lot of stuff. But I thought that other jerk brother
Yeah,
in season whatever 2 or 3,
two, two.
yeah, that ends up getting possessed by the spider thing. You know what I'm
Yep,
talking about?
yep,
He's got that sister that's alive, but now she's like in a coma or whatever.
yep,
Is it Billy, right? I think
yeah.
Billy
Billy,
was the act or the character's name.
character's name.
I thought he did a great job.
Oh yeah,
And in this podcast, these guys were saying like, whatever happened to him?
yeah,
How come his career never really took off? Like, and he's a handsome looking guy, just like the guy that plays Eddie. So it's
yeah.
like, what's going on? So that's what. So for going back to Star Wars, like, well, I hope some of these people that killed it in their performance can find an opportunity. Because that was a funny fact. Again, not to get too off topic, but this is how how acting works. But it was a story about Benedict Cumberbatch
Sure.
was going to play Khan in the Star Trek Into Darkness, and uh, and he was still kind of a young and up and coming actor, and he ran into at the time Leonard Nimoy and was it Patrick Stewart?
Okay.
Two different Star Trek characters from two different like two
Yeah.
different eras of shows. And he goes, "You got any advice, performance wise and like for Star Trek fans and how to?" And you know, they said, do what you can. Good luck having a career after Star Trek. So, so that's why, like, some of these people, like, if like different producers think they can only play one type of role, does that hinder them from maybe getting more? So hence, like, the whoever the actor that played Billy, maybe they think he's just kind of one dimensional.
Like a typecast.
Yeah. Versus the guy that plays Eddie, maybe they think he's got more charisma and can
Well, and
have
I
have a different persona for depending on the kind of character he takes on.
well, and I think like one thing that I remember hearing about Eddie. So that last line that he gives, um, doesn't
In the show.
in the show, like right before he dies, what's his face? I think says like, doesn't he say like "I love you" or something like that? And then
Yeah.
and then Eddie's response he came up with on his own. So like, there's being able to act in terms of reciting lines in a believable way, and then there's the ability to act where you
To
like are
improv.
creating your own character and improving with it too. So maybe Eddie was able to show that, whereas the other guy wasn't. But I thought that
You
was a
never
pretty
you never really can know. You never know,
right. But like Han
for sure.
Solo, like when Princess Leia says "I love you" and he says "I know,"
That was improv.
and
Yeah.
that was improv that Harrison Ford did. So it's things like that. If you can have that ability while acting, because I mean, acting there's so much more to it than like what you're seeing on the screen and reciting lines or whatnot. So um, these, I'm sure, talent recruiters for production companies are looking into many different elements, but I'm sure both of them. I mean, Billy, I'm sure will get another role somewhere at some point. I would think, but I'm sure all these kids are. I mean, what's her face, Millie
Billy Billy Bob Millie Bob Brown.
Brown. It's Millie something Brown.
Yeah.
Like she's been getting a lot of work since Stranger Things, um, and then
Millie Bond Brown.
Millie Bond Brown. That sounds
And
right.
it's because it was supposed to be Bon Jovi.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's literally her real last name is Bon Jovi.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is she related to Bon Jovi?
No. Her, um, because I don't even know if her parents' last name is Jovi.
Yeah.
That was her. They were Bon Jovi fans.
This is how little I know of her. I know she's.
I just saw a random like TikTok of like her do like an interview on like a late night show with whether it was
Jimmy,
Yeah, Jimmy Kim. I think it was not Jimmy
I
Kimmel.
saw Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon.
Because Jimmy Fallon had her on like 7 times.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a big fan of her. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's does it make you feel old, like seeing her now and then thinking back to like season 1 of Stranger Things and like, oh my God, you were so young. But I guess there
Well,
were
how
a
about
couple seasons that had some time between them. Like this last season took a long time to come out. So
well, I know does make you feel old, but how about like to me more so is the kid that plays Will.
oh yeah.
Are you all caught up right now on Stranger
No,
Things?
I haven't seen the last season.
Okay. I mean, he's the kid that like the whole first season they're trying to get him out of the Upside Down.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah,
one that goes missing,
yeah,
and he's the one that he has the bowl cut.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I had a bowl cut when I was a kid.
I did too. It was a thing.
I still do. No, I'm just kidding.
um, but you see him because I've watched because they're coming out in sections. So like next week on Christmas they'll have another 3 episodes I think.
Okay.
So they have the first 3 episodes are out. Um, but seeing Will like holy cow like just like his look he's I mean of course taller older and he actually has like a mature haircut.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a bowl cut.
He's not using dishware to and a
Get
pair of scissors to have a free haircut. But I need to see that final season. Colleen and I have both been waiting to see it. We just haven't really had the time, but we've got so many shows we need to watch right now.
Which is probably even better. Just wait till it's all out because I think it's this 3.
New Year's Eve is when the last episode drops. Is that right?
Yeah, and so it's this 3 coming up on Christmas Eve, and then New Year's Eve. I think then is the last episode, and it's just I think
one episode if I remember.
But it's like an hour and 40 minutes. So it's almost like a full length movie.
Aren't all of them like that long? This last season?
No, that's what I thought, but they're all like maybe hour 15.
Okay. So about 2 episodes are making up a full length movie almost. Well,
yeah.
More so.
But yeah, oh man, goosebumps at the end of episode 3. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit's going down.
And I think I told you like probably a very unpopular opinion, but like I really like Stranger Things, don't get me wrong, but I also don't like it as much as most people do. I think it's a little overrated. Don't shoot me for that.
All right, I'm logging off.
Like I said, it's still a really good show. Don't get me wrong there, but I don't know. Maybe it was just the beginning season. You know, like how Harry Potter.
I never liked Harry Potter.
Oh, it's okay. So
I think I forcefully had to watch two or three of them, and I was not. It was just not my. I was not vibing with it. It was just not my thing.
the last few movies are really good.
That's what I heard. It really gets really like kind of dark and really adult themed.
It's the same process of Clone Wars. It's like it starts and it's just too elementary, too juvenile and kiddie, and that's what I kind of felt like with Stranger Things a little bit.
I like Stranger Things for the nostalgia, how much they like brought back like.
Do you know what's
like that era of like clothing, cars, how like you had wallpaper, like just
100%.
That's the part I enjoyed, and then just the idea too of like kids just the parents be like, oh, where's such and such, like I don't know, he's out on his bike, like you don't do that nowadays.
No,
like
that was our growing up.
Yeah, back in our day, it was like even like us growing up, it's like you go off on your bike and you go like meet up, be like typical. It's like every Saturday, be like okay, whoever's available, we meet up at the park at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we figure out we just do whatever throughout the entire day, and then mom and dad would be like, As soon as you see the street light turn on, that means it's time to come home. That's how, or at least that's how my parents were.
So are you like in the early '90s for this season, or not you? Are we as view or is the show taking place in the early '90s now in this later seasons? Because it was definitely like '80s when it started, right? Like late '70s, early '80s. So if it was late '70s, early '80s, maybe you're mid late '80s now. But if it was starting in the early '80s, then maybe you're early '90s now. Is that, or is it all just still
Oh, because
'80s?
they're still in high school.
So they're still in high school, but they've grown up. Not because
I
like
I think they
Millie's
were
like
like
20, right? 2021, something like that.
yeah, maybe. I know it doesn't really like mesh well just how like the actors have aged
Visually,
versus like the timeline of the show. Because like I said, they're in high school still.
right?
So, and I think when the season one started,
Excuse me.
they if they weren't freshmen, they were maybe junior high. Is my
Like
guess.
yeah,
Is my
probably like
guess.
eighth grade.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Right now in this season, I appear to be seniors.
okay. One of the coolest theories I've heard about this show, and I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, or if they even reveal it in the last season, because again, I haven't seen it. But the theory I heard was that this whole show is just a visual representation of like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that kids are having. Have you heard that?
I've heard that theory. Yeah.
You don't like it? Nah. I thought it was pretty cool. Like,
Then why go so far to like go into this whole like um Hawkins got this like secret like Area 51 base and
sure,
and then you bring in like the Hopper disappears, but you find out he ends up on the other he ends up in the Upside Down, but then escapes the Upside Down, but he's in a Russian camp.
right.
Like, how does that fit into a whole Dungeons and Dragons game?
A really good DM.
I mean, then the manual
Someone,
the manual instruction to that game has to be this thick for
it's an encyclopedia.
all the what if scenarios. Yeah.
All right, we got to use 20 different die. We're going to have a campaign book that's the size of an encyclopedia. I just thought it was cool. Part of it is too like I've always wanted to try Dungeons and Dragons. Have you ever played D&D?
No, I've watched it. I think at
Have you ever
when
had any interest in doing it? No. Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, I watched it and it was a long time ago. It
You're
was
you're
that
just
it,
you're crumbling my my dream right now. Just
why
kidding.
you really want to play it?
I want to. I mean, I don't have time for it now, but I've
If
always
anything,
wanted to like learn it a little bit and try it because it's kind of seems fun. Um,
if there's any game I'd want to play with you that I'm going to commit time commitment would be that one Star Wars game I was telling you about.
oh yeah.
That I told you like average game time is like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, which one was that again? That was I know
Uh,
I want to learn this game too. I have all the Star Wars Unlimited, the card game. I want to learn that one.
what is that?
It's like a I mean, it is but isn't similar to like Magic the Gathering. It's one of those type of games. But
Oh,
I'm finding more enjoyment in like the collection of it, like baseball card type of a thing. Yeah, because there's different values to these cards. I like Magic the Gathering. I played that game. Have you ever played that?
no, I've watched people play it because every time you go to like I I could call me a nerd, sure, go ahead. I love going to comic book stores.
Oh, I still go to comic, but I go to the source.
Yeah, there's not many left anymore.
No,
But
And
there's one in Rose by the the old Harmar, if it's still called that, Harmar
yeah, the
Mall.
source.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I go to. I have a pull box that I live. It's not like easy to go there all the time for me, so they just collect all my comics in a box, and once my box gets full, they give me a call and I go get it. And it's mostly Star Wars comics that I get. I get some Spider-Man, um, Deadpool. I have a bunch of comics, so don't you're not a nerd. Hey, I'm a nerd. I love being a nerd, so
Yeah.
I'm all
But
for it, man.
I just love being able to like go in there and you stumble like all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, there's a tournament going on.
Yeah.
So you
what,
got you
what do we
you
got over there?
yeah, in the back corner where they all got the pop-up tables, and you
Yeah.
walk back there and you're like, and you see this elaborate setups and like all their pieces that they painted and all that,
See,
just
I
like
love that shit. I
uh,
love that.
but it's like
And I've never gotten into it, but I love it. I've wanted to do something like that.
such a like a time commitment though
Well,
to just
it's
for that
expensive.
part.
It's also
Just
expensive.
yeah. So yeah, to that point, like it's fun to watch, but like give me 10 minutes and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I
One.
got I got my fill, and they're gonna be going at this for another several hours. And sometimes they like they probably know the owners, and they'd be like,
Oh,
okay,
sure.
can we just we're not done yet. Can we just leave this?
You know,
And then they come back the next day and finish.
I felt like a true nerd when one day I was in there and the owner guy, like I just from being there many times, I know who the owner is visually. I like seeing him. One day, and I was never like introduced to him or anything. And one day he came up to me and he's like, "How are you doing, Mister Mudge?" I'm like, "How the hell do you know my name?" I'm like, I feel like a qualified nerd. I'm honored that you know who I am. Oh,
Makes me think of because you said you watched Big Bang Theory.
oh yeah, I love that show.
And when they go to the comic book store and they're good friends with the owner guy, and
Yeah,
every time they go to the comic book store, there's always like it's like a treat every time they end up having to go there for whatever reason.
yeah.
It's awesome. So this is the
Oh yes, Star Wars Rebellion. That's right. Because we talked about that. I played the computer PC version similar to it called the Rebellion.
and that's like the map.
Yeah,
So
I bet Petey would play that game.
oh yeah, I talked to him too because I was talking to him because we were talking about how like kind of getting sick and tired of these whenever we hang out, especially with like our specific friends that
Certain people.
all they want to do is go out, drink, and play pull tabs,
Yeah,
and that gets old real fast.
yeah. I mean, it was probably before I even met you. Petey and I had talked about like putting together like a game night type of a thing. I mean, now it's going to be so much harder to do. But
With kids and
with
everything.
kids for both him and I, but like that's something we've wanted to do was have like a game night. And we talked about like we would rotate, whose house we would go
Yeah,
and play and everything. So I mean, I do softball in the summer. Maybe we can do something like a game night, maybe once every other week or once a month or something like that, and rotate homes. But like we can learn Star Wars games, or we can do the Rebellion game or something like that. I think that would be cool.
yeah, and that's the game I told you how um, when I played someone that owned it. Like I said, average game time is 6 to 8 hours. I beat him in 5 minutes.
Okay, pro. Okay, I'm not playing you then in that game.
I just got it was super dumb luck.
Was it?
Did I tell you how it works?
No.
So
Well, you probably did, but I don't remember.
it's a two-player game, but you can make it like a four-player. Like you can make it a four-player game, probably max.
Okay.
But you'd be like on a team, and you'd strategize together because you have the rebels and you have the Empire. So there's only two sides. So
Yeah.
if you had four people, it'd
Two
be
and two.
two versus 2v2, and then you just have to collab together with your teammate. So anyways, um, the Empire, you have more resources than the rebels, um, and you can kind of spread out throughout the galaxy to start off, and then it's kind of like if you play the game Risk.
Yeah.
Like per round, you kind of gain points, and those
Yep.
points then you can buy either ships or more infantry or whatever. Um, and the Empire, you know where everyone is for the Empire. For the Rebels, like some you have to reveal where they are, but the Rebels, like Yavin, for example, is the secret base,
Sure.
and you pick what planet in that map. You pick what planet you want it to be your secret base,
Okay.
and then like in the corner we'll say secret base, and then you decide how much of what you start off with you want at your secret base.
Mm.
And the person I was playing put up.
You are the Empire.
I was the Empire, yeah. He put majority of his resources, which again is not a whole lot to start off with the rebels. And I saw what his so you know what the secret base has, but you don't know what planet is the secret base.
Right.
And then I decided I was like, you know what? Instead of scattering like my empire just like kind of spread out, I like put almost like I'd say 80 to 90% of all my empire like in one planet. And I was like, I'm just gonna go planet by planet, like, and if there's like, okay, there's one trooper there, easy clean up. Okay, next round, next planet. The first planet I picked was his secret base. So it was like the odds were like it was like 4-1 of like my what I had versus what he had, so it was an easy win.
Oh
Like,
my God.
and he goes right when I picked the planet, I was like, I'm gonna move my entire fleet to this planet. He goes,
I quit. I'm done.
yeah, right away. He tried because I mean, it's like Risk where you roll dice and the bigger dice win, higher number wins
Yeah.
and this and that. But he put up a good fight. But like I said, it's a 4-1 odd of
Right.
of infantry and ships and whatnot. So yeah, he got cleaned. Just and when you clean the secret base out, um, even if he's got like maybe a ship here or a ship there left on the map, if the secret base is gone,
They lose.
yeah, the rebels lose.
Okay. So the objective for the Empire is to essentially eliminate their primary base.
Yeah.
What's the objective for the rebels? And I mean, their advantage, I guess, is that
The rebels need to survive
a
X
certain
amount
amount of rounds.
X amount of rounds. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a ticking time of like um
I was
the
going to
empire.
say because it seems like the Empire will win more often.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and then like throughout the missions, I mean, you have heroes that can do special things. Like I could get the Empire. Like if you're the Empire, you can get the Emperor. You can get Vader. You can get Grand Moff Tarkin.
Okay.
If you're the Rebels, you get Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Leia, Chewbacca. Like and then they have their own perks. But then you also though, if you let's say they're on a like a planet, not the secret base, but they're there to assist. And sometimes they might have like a secret mission. If you complete it, you get like bonus, like stuff added to your fleet.
Okay.
So there's a lot of elements to it. It's kind of a complex game, hence 6 to 8 hours.
Sure.
It's got a good sized pamphlet manual. That's why whenever time my buddy wanted to play it, I was like, well, I'll leave it up to you to read the instructions because that's the one thing I hate about like elaborate games is reading the instruction book because next
Right.
like you're flipping from one page and you're like, okay, and then you flip, oh, I gotta go back to this page.
YouTube.
Then go back to this page. Yeah, a lot of times when there's elaborate
It's
game, yeah, if I know if I'm gonna lead it, because I get a very elaborate Batman game, like an Arkham Asylum, where
okay.
you play one of the villains and you try to escape, but the whole time Batman's like creeping, and if he catches you, you have to battle him, and if you don't win, you lose the game.
Okay.
But every time, like if I'm gonna host and someone wants to play the game, I sit down and YouTube watch it, like someone playing it, just to get like at least somewhat of a grasp
Yeah.
of understanding it. So,
Okay.
but but
Yeah.
no, like that game would be fun to play, I think. And but that's funny. That's another game too, because my buddy, it was someone who used to live with me. We would have it set up on the dining room table, and then we're like, after like two hours, we're like, all right, it's getting late. Thank God. We don't use this table much to eat dinner. Like we
Do you,
usually, so we just leave it. We just leave it out and then and go to bed. Next day, we're all come back home from work and we're like evening time and we're like, okay, let's pound out another hour or two of this. And but
have you
a lot of times I'm just like, where the hell did we leave off? I don't know what my strategy was.
have you ever watched Dan Cook stand up
Oh yeah, like a good
when he
port.
talks about the Monopoly game?
Oh, I haven't seen that one though.
Oh, what
Is it?
you're talking about that makes me think of it. He's like talk. I mean, everyone always jokes around like how long Monopoly takes. So I'm assuming like this game is probably like duration length of like Monopoly. And he's like, the Monopoly game ends like the same for everyone. Like someone stands up and flips the board because they're pissed. Like it's been 8 hours, and where are you getting the pink 50s from, Grandma? uh, but yeah, so I kind of envisioned that, and I know when we were talking about this before there that I played that PC game Rebellion, which is very similar to it. The way you're describing, there's a little bit more of a difference, but still kind of the similar concept. Uh, Give me 1 second. My dog Lincoln, he's pacing like he needs to go out to use the bathroom. So
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep, he just ran there.
He's like, you read my
He's
mind.
like, I'm getting out of here.
But yeah, for all you listeners, subscribers too, highly encourage it. Just give it a thought. Send you know, send our channel a message or Captain Mudge over here a message if you're interested in giving it a shot and chatting Star Wars. It's, like I said, it was maybe nerve-wracking at first, but now it's a breeze because it's like, we how I phrase it, it's like sitting around a fire shooting the shit, no care in the world about you know, we're not we're not trying to start arguments. We're just having fun conversations to know what one person says versus what someone else says. I think Mudge is getting tired how we agree too much on a lot of things. So it'd be nice to have someone else's take if someone else disagreed to what we like. So
No, I disagree with that. I think we don't agree on enough at all. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna say, you know what? One benefit of the winter is the dog goes in and out really quick.
did he go?
Oh yeah, he went and he's back.
Oh man, it's cold out there.
Yeah, it's freaking
It's
windy and
it's it
cold.
was
So
it's crazy from this afternoon. It was like it was like I think almost
we
40
well,
degrees.
we just had rain like yesterday.
Well, yeah. Well, then on top of that, like I said, this afternoon was 40, and I was gonna say after that, you could tell it was like misting outside,
Yeah.
and it was like the snow was like it was helping melt the snow.
Yep.
And then I went to my buddy basketball game. I went with AJ,
Oh, okay.
and we get outside, and it's just blowing in your face.
It's
It's
like
just like
horizontal snow.
yeah, yeah. Makes you think you're on Hoth.
Pretty much.
How it's just
Cut up
blowing
a
in your face, and
tampon.
and you're just like. I always love that scene in
Family Guy.
well yeah that in Phantom Menace when they're walking when they park the Queen's ship like way off in the distance and then they
Oh,
walk into town and as they're walking through it, like the sandstorm, and they're just sitting there like trying to shield their eyes as they're walking. That's
That's
how I,
like Minnesota, but with snow.
yeah, with snow. Yeah,
A little different.
yeah.
The bones are aching, Anna. You better get home.
I better get home.
Storms are brewing. Ah, back when Star Wars was making quality movies. Granted, I will admit, like, some of the acting on that wasn't the greatest. Like, not the acting, but the lines.
And which ones?
Well, I mean, the one everyone jumps to is like the sand. That, like, I hate sand.
It's coarse,
coarse, and it gets everywhere.
and it gets everywhere.
But I mean, the prequels
No,
is like a great story, like top-notch story. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, those prequels, like, I love all three of them.
Yep.
But they have their faults. Like mainly just like so, Phantom Menace, Jar Jar Binks. I mean, the more and more I've rewatched it, it's tolerable. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
You know, he's a Gungan, and all the Gungans are kind of weird. You got
Yeah, but they're not all hit. Like, they kind of have like a weird speech, but they're not like weird like him. He's like different. I kind of liked that theory that he was Darth Jar Jar. Like, that would have been cool.
what's the boss name? Big
Boss Ness.
Boss Bass?
Boss Ness.
Boss Ness? Boss
Yeah.
Ness?
Well, it might be Boss Nass. I just think Ness. Of our friend.
When he goes, and it's just like, well, none of you. He doesn't even look like any of the other Gungans either.
Right. Like, where did that
Like,
guy come
I
from?
was like, what? Okay, whatever. Um, but I mean, overall, I mean, lightsaber fights, Liam. I mean, can't go
Liam
wrong.
Neeson.
Him and Liam Neeson,
Yeah.
God, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
He was like a role model for me.
Ewan McGregor, like,
And then Ewan McGregor, young Ewan McGregor,
like that. Natalie Portman at her like
that
early
was,
years.
yeah.
Well, and that's why it's like, because my biggest faults with those movies was more like the dialogue and the script and everything, because it just seemed so forced. And like what I've heard about with George Lucas is he really wanted what he or he likes what he wants. So there's not much room for improv, as we were talking about that. But like Harrison Ford, he's like someone's like, he comes off as someone as being like, you can tell me what to do, but I'm still going to do what I want to do. So like, that's why he did the improv that he would do. But if you're a young actor, you're going to kind of listen to, George Lucas. So everyone was more like forced to like read the lines as they were presented to them. So that's what I think contributed to the dialogue being bad. But
Harrison Ford had some sort of like, I don't know, favoritism with George Lucas.
Well, he was the one
who's furry looking. Like that had to be improv too.
Yeah.
No. Who's scruffy looking? That's what it was. Looking? Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had him for Indiana Jones, so obviously.
Oh yeah, they had
George Lucas wanted the success for Harrison Ford because that meant success for his movies too. So.
And you know his backstory, right? I think I've said this before.
Yeah.
Where he was just like a backstage, whether he was either a double, and then he was like a prop setup guy, like cleanup. Like he was never meant to be an act. But he did that to get his foot in the door,
right?
To get to know people and be like, well, I can act. You want to see this?
Right.
And they're like, all right, fine. Just to get you to shut up. We'll see what you got. And they're like, oh shit, he's kind of good.
Do you ever watch Rick and Morty?
Oh yeah, or I mean, I'm not all caught up, but I've probably watched the first 4 seasons probably.
You just said "show me what you got," so it makes me think of that episode. Show me what you got, where the big heads come and they like have to do like a music concert or whatever. It's like a music competition amongst worlds, and if you are eliminated, your planet gets destroyed.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Ah, but you said show me what you got, and that's what that's
The,
like the name of the
the,
intergalactic like television show is like show me what you got. Oh, now I've got Rex wanting me. No, you're your mom's. I'm gonna put you. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put him through the door.
okay.
Rex. Rex, come on. And if I don't let Rex out, he'll pee anywhere. So that dog can make me nervous sometimes. No, but you need to watch that episode of Rick and Morty. It's a good one.
I still love Mr. Mises.
Oh yeah.
That's got to be one of my favorite.
Existence is pain. um. Well, where were we even going with Star Wars? Okay.
Well,
Let's see.
we were talking about game night and
Yeah.
making that maybe somehow possible. I would say like when I talked to Peterson, like he said, yeah, I'd love to. It's just a matter of trying to find something that would fit everyone's schedule.
Right.
Because I even asked him like, does Crystal even like? She's like, oh yeah, Crystal loves board games. Like, so
Well, see, I'm less of like a board game, but I mean, I'll play that Rebellion game. But like, I don't know.
I mean, she definitely. I mean, more so loves like those like Cards Against Humanity.
Oh yeah, well those
Uh,
games are great too.
yeah, and there's other ones that they had. There was like one called like uh
What's the cartoon stick figure ones? I love that one.
oh yeah, I forget what that one is.
Where it's like just a bunch of like adult humor or like grotesque things,
Yeah.
like inappropriate stuff. But it's all like stick figures. I'm like, this is my jam.
I had played one recently with uh Nick, Crystal, and Crystal's mom and sister. It was like I think it's called drunk texting.
Okay. I think I've heard
So
of that one.
so it's pretty much like a card that has like a text,
Okay.
and then it's like, but like you have like your responses of like how it goes, or I don't, but
Okay.
but it's like drunk texting, but it's like
Cards Against Humanity esque.
it's somewhat like that, but in a different take to it.
Okay.
And it was different and it was fun. So
Okay. I think I've heard of that one. I've never played that one. Um, yeah, what is the name of the? I have the stick figure one. It'll come to me at some point. Um, but yeah, we were first talking about this past year. So looking towards 2026, I know we've got the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out. Oh, and I
oh,
also saw what?
joking hazard.
Yeah, Joking Hazard.
That's what it's called.
Okay, that's so good.
That
Yep, yep. Oh, it's so good.
I think I played that once. I think my sister owns it. I think we played it once.
I
Yeah,
love that
it's
there's
pretty
like a
good.
lot of TikTok reels that have kind of adapted like the same like art stick figures too, and it's like it's so fun to watch. Um,
Well, sorry
look,
to interrupt though.
no, you're good. I'm glad because it was going to drive me crazy if I didn't think of it. So thank
I
you.
figured it was. I was like, I'll just look it up. All
um, so looking towards 2026 though, whether it's with Star Wars or with our channel, what are things that either you are looking forward to? What are things that you want to accomplish? Um, any or all of that? Anything come to mind?
well, like we've kind of been preaching to the choir. It would be nice to add a third person, at least.
Yeah.
Um, one person. I gotta say one thing. Don't act. This is something I think we forgot to add. Don't feel like it's obligation. Like, oh, if I sign on, I have to. Does that mean I have to be on every week
Right.
that we're live? No, no, not at all. Um, I, I mean, I have feel the obligation a lot of times just because I enjoy doing this. Um, and I hate letting letting someone having to go solo. Um, sometimes when Mudge is like, oh, one of the other guys is on, and if I'm kind of like, if I have something that I'm kind of like, I should really be doing this, then I don't feel as bad. But yeah, but if you can't can't make it, don't that's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. So
It,
don't feel like you're signing off or signing on to be an every week or every time we record you have to be on. No, if you can't, you can't. If you can join, awesome. So
yeah. I mean,
but
it's
keep
not.
keep that in mind.
It's not a job. The way I look at it is, it's like, and I've mentioned this many times throughout. Even when we first recorded our first episode, like the objective of this is to feel kind of like we're sitting on a couch and talking Star Wars amongst friends, type of a thing. So look at it as not like a job by any means, but if you got invited to come over to someone's house, and if you're able to make it, great. Come and join. If you're not, no big deal. We'll still get, the others will still get together or whatnot. So
Yeah, I was mentioning it earlier in the recording when you were taking care of Lincoln. I said it's like imagine just sitting around a bonfire,
yep,
just shooting the shit.
yep.
That's how my mentality goes, and I'm comfortable. The more and more I've done this now, having that mentality, and I'm having fun doing it.
And that's why we're okay with straying on many tangents of talking about different
Yeah,
things, different franchises, different even like sports and
like
so.
for you listeners, you probably have seen us go off topic so many times. But we eventually circle back, and
Yeah, we circle back.
we get back on track
Yeah,
on the main topic at hand. So
we always do 99% of the time. um,
60% of the time it works every
every time.
time. There we go. We're
That
going
doesn't
off.
even make sense.
That doesn't make sense. So, here we go. We're going off topic
Yeah,
again.
yeah. But yeah, I would agree. Like that's definitely a goal I have for us for our channel is
To grow
bring
a
in an
little
added
bit.
head count. I would love. I mean, I think 200 subscribers is manageable. We're at 161 right now. Today we just had 4 join, so I'm like, oh, that was in terms of us, like that's a spike for us. I think 200 is manageable, but I mean, definitely goal is to hit 500. Like I said, that's where we'll do a giveaway for the saber.
You're gonna want that saber.
You're gonna want it. It's gonna be like one of these back here. I know I'm on my limited view from.
No,
Um,
I'll throw this in for free too.
I heard that. There you go.
You'll get.
You'll get 2 sabers, 1 broken one, and 1 hilt that you can use for some costume that you're wearing.
Some cosplay if you want.
Yeah. Um. But in terms of Star Wars for 2026, I have hopes. I don't have high hopes for the Mandalorian Grogu movie. I don't know if it's more like trying to tame expectations. If I have medium to low expectations, then I don't know, less chance of being disappointed, I guess, maybe. I just feel like so many things have ended up being disappointing that I don't want to get my hopes too high, but I am excited to get back to the big screen with Star Wars. I think that's where Star Wars really belongs, is the feature film.
What is the last big screen? Is it
Um,
Rise of
Skywalker,
Skywalker? Was that
2019.
so? It's been a while.
Unless you count like the anniversary showings.
Well, no, I mean,
but in terms of new feature films,
debut
yeah,
box office hit. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. Yeah.
And then I know Starfighter, so that movie just wrapped up filming.
Oh
Either
yeah.
today or yesterday. They just finished it, and they're like, "Oh, it's the first film produced since or production finished since 20 whatever from Rise of Skywalker." So I'm like, "All right, well, at least we're getting somewhere." That makes me feel confident that we'll actually get a feature film outside of Mandalorian and Grogu. So
Is that scheduled to be released next year?
I think that's 2017
2027?
or yeah, 2027. I just backflashed a decade. Let's see.
I made the same as there. Yeah, no, I'll go off topic. That's not related and personal. So no, I'm not gonna get into it. But anyways,
Let's see. Yeah, 2027, I think, for Starfighter.
so only one feature film.
Well, it's more than we're getting recently.
Well, I mean, I guess I can't complain because I don't. Again, that's the whole complaint. Don't dump crap.
Yeah,
Give us quality.
I would
Not
rather have quality over quantity.
yeah. So
But
there's just one movie that I'm fine. What else is scheduled though for like this?
I think Ahsoka season 2, I think, comes out next year, 2026. Um, Likely a 2026 release on Disney Plus for Ahsoka season 2.
Any word on if there'll be another Obi-Wan or Book of Boba Fett?
No, but I heard that the plan is to have another season of Mandalorian. I don't know if that's
After the movie?
after the movie.
Huh.
I don't know if that's been finalized, but that's what I've heard in the rumor mill is that there will be. At least that was the intention, I guess, to have another season. Which is kind of weird because, like, then why did you wrap up season 3 the way you did, where he's just like sitting leisurely on his front porch with Grogu, like playing in the front yard with frogs? That was like
Yeah.
a very like wrapping up in a bow like end. And I get this is a feature film coming out, so it's different. I don't know.
And I know we talked about does this take place in a different within the whole time frame that we have so far of the Mandalorian? Does it take place in a different portion of it?
My guess is
Or does it actually take place after the end of season 3?
my guess is after season 3.
Just the fact that, like we said, we saw the Razor Crest, so
Yeah.
clearly, is it the original, or does he get a new Razor Crest? So,
Right.
So I because I first after I got done finishing up Visions, Volume 2 of the episodes I haven't discussed yet. I was like, I'm in the Star Wars mood. I'm gonna watch Book of Boba Fett, the episode of where
Mando.
and he creates his Naboo N1
Yep.
starfighter.
Yeah.
And
That's a great episode, by the way.
yeah. I love like I think there was like TikToks of like a cartoon or whatever. It's like Boba Fett's like, God damn it, you just had to come in and steal the show. This is my show, damn it. Because that whole episode, like you don't see Boba Fett till like at the very end when I don't know if you even see
No, it's just Fennec Shand.
Fennec Shand telling him like Boba Fett wants to pay you. He goes, it's on the house, like you
Yeah.
know, but whatever. But yeah, that whole scene and everything. A billion. But what's her name? The mechanic when they're built.
Pelimoto.
Yeah, when she goes, she's like, you got here faster than I expected. I couldn't get a Razor Crest in time. She's like, can I at least tell you what she can do? And he's like describing the N1 Naboo fighter and like this and that, and then Mando kind of is like, well, can we at least fix her up and then you can decide from there?
Yep.
And then he like takes it, and then she did make a comment that I caught. She goes, if you really don't like it, like. Once I get a Razor Crest, you can trade this in, and you can have your stupid Razor Crest. I wonder if that might happen.
Maybe.
If he
Or
trades
maybe
it,
he has both.
yeah, if he gets enough credits to own both. I mean, he's gonna have to like rely on her to like store it. Then where's his parking garage gonna be?
He's got his own little house now and is, on Navarro.
True.
He saved
Very,
them, so.
very true. Very true.
And it's got a little area for Grogu to catch frogs and everything. So he's got land now.
Catch dinner.
That was the most like Red Dead Redemption Star Wars affiliated like scene I've ever. I was getting Red Dead Redemption vibes when I was watching that last episode of Mandalorian when he's like sitting on his front porch. But I mean, that's kind of the intention of Star Wars. It's kind of a space
What?
western opera type of a thing.
Well, that's what ever since like the first season that caught my attention. Totally had this like spaghetti western
Yep.
vibe to it, and you know, I know you said sometimes like the soundtrack can kind of be like a hit or miss, whether it feels like Star Wars or not. To me,
Yep.
I liked it because it was different. I didn't need to have this like OG Star Wars, like something a little different. It had like that kind of like that the flute or whatever they're playing,
Yep.
but it feels like it echoes into the unknown of the desert,
Yep.
and it reminds me of the spaghetti westerns of like Clint Eastwood. It
Yep.
was like a kind of like this fluty sound it would make. Um, when you make like a reveal or whatever, for like all of a sudden like they whip their coat around and all of a sudden they show their holster of their gun,
Right.
and all of a sudden you hear like
Very
a
Cad Bane esque.
yes, yes, yes. So
Yeah. I mean, that's another great thing about Star Wars is the different themes of it. So the Western, there's definitely a lot of samurai um, affiliated pieces or content. Um, but yeah, and I love Red Dead Redemption, which I've heard that they're coming out with a third game or they're producing the third game. So I'm really excited about that. But
yeah,
uh,
I did not know that you played those games. You played
oh
those.
yeah, oh yeah. Red Dead Redemption, Last of Us, Witcher, like those are amongst some of my favorite games. I mean, the Zelda franchise will probably always be my favorite just because the nostalgia from being a little kid. But and I love the Jedi games. They're really good. But I still think like my all time favorite games are franchise wise. Red Dead Redemption is probably number one. And then Witcher and Last of Us are up there too. Have you played those?
Not Witcher. I've
Oh,
seen a
it's
lot.
so good.
I've seen a lot of clips. I love the show, um, with Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah,
God, they did him dirty.
yeah they did.
In the show, the I didn't finish the last season of, is it season three?
I
Three or
still have. I think I've only seen the first two.
I think yeah, same here. I think I only seen the first two.
Yeah.
Season three, I think I only got through like the first episode, and then I just like to me, I just like the
Keep
story's
talking because I gotta let the dog in. But keep talking.
yeah, just like the story was just kind of like I don't know where is this build up to, and knowing that yeah, the character itself, The Witcher, will continue, but it's not gonna be Henry Cavill, and he took a lot of pride in being that person. To take that away. Like I still don't understand and didn't read in a full amount. I don't know if you have much why they canned Henry Cavill and switched to Liam Hemsworth.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I've heard rumors that it was like cancel culture type stuff, but I don't know if that's actually true or not.
He was a fan of the game, and I thought he was bringing it to life.
Well, and he was a fan of the books. He's read the books, so he knows like the actual lore of it.
Was that maybe something I'm trying to remember, like some of the things I might have read or heard was that the direction of the show it was going
Maybe
was like Henry Cavill was like, "What the hell are we doing?
like
This is not The Witcher. This is not what, canon to the games or books or, like." And he was not liking the direction it was going.
that could be. That very well could be.
So maybe he backed out, possibly.
Creative differences.
Yeah.
Because
So
was season three his last season on there?
it has to be because I know I've seen one and two, so it has to be season three. And I think like I said, I maybe watched an episode or two, but then I started like I just lost interest because I'm like, where's this gonna go? And if Henry Cavill didn't like the direction it was going, I'm not gonna like
Makes you
it.
nervous. Yeah.
I'm not gonna like it either, and I'm not gonna waste my time.
What system do you play games on?
I got a Xbox One and a PS5.
I mean, I have The Witcher if you want to play it. I mean, I've already beaten it. It's so good. If you like the show,
Which one? Isn't there multiple?
Witcher 3,
Is that like the go-to?
that's like I think at this point it's the most well known. And it was like
That's what I thought I
the
heard.
Game of the Year award winner one.
That you could skip the other like one
Yeah.
and two.
I've never played 1 and 2. I played 3 and absolutely loved it. And now they're
On what system?
well, I played it on the PS4. I have a PS5 now, but I played it on the PS4.
Would that game be backwards compatible on PS4?
Yeah, because I think PS5 is backwards compatible, isn't it?
I thought it wasn't.
Oh, I don't know.
I might be wrong, but I thought I asked my sister because we grew up all with all the PlayStation systems, starting with PS1 all the way through.
Well, I
And
could loan you my PS4 too. I don't play it.
oh, um, because I think there was a few games I was asking. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could play this game and this game. She goes, no, you can't.
Do you have like the PlayStation Network where you can download games for free sometimes?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
well, I did, and just because of money constraint,
Sure.
I canceled
Your subscription.
like I had the profile, but like the membership is like we on pause
Sure.
or whatever.
Yeah. Because they're coming out with, or they just released a trailer for Witcher 4, so I'm excited for that. Um, so I think you should play Witcher 3. If, like I said, you can borrow my game, my system. I don't care if you want to. So
That's
it's
just
worth it.
that's just the problem. It's just like having the commitment and time.
It is a time commitment, and that's, I mean,
Red Dead Redemption 2.
so good.
Um, I think I had to start that over 3 times
Really?
because I would get so far and then life got busy,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden like it'd be like several months later I'm like I don't fucking remember what the hell happened.
I played that during COVID
Yeah, same.
and Last of
That
Us.
same. That was the only way I got through having the commitment because it was like, well, I work from home, finish
Yeah.
work, can't go anywhere. I used to go work out, but the gyms were closed.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, nothing to really do, so might as well actually finish these games I bought that I never never actually had the time to sit down and like time commit it,
Right.
So
Yeah, and I played Red Dead Redemption 2, and then I played 1 and 2 of Last of Us, and Jedi Fallen Order all around the same time. And then life got busy again, and then that's why like Jedi Survivor I didn't finish until like a year ago, even though it's been out I think quite a way or quite a time before that. Just never was able to get to it, but during the holidays is a little bit more available time for
you,
that type of stuff.
you own that Survivor
Mm-hmm. On PS5, so if you want to play that,
a physical copy.
yeah, you want to play it,
Oh yeah. Next time I see you,
and then we can talk about it when you're done.
yeah. I mean that is something on my list I do want to play since I played the one before.
Yeah,
And I should say I enjoyed some parts of it, and I fucking hated it.
the
I
first one.
I broke one of my controllers because I was so mad.
That
It's the stupid Tarzan bullshit
oh
where you're sliding, you gotta time it, and then you're running on the wall, and then you slide down, and if you don't time it right, you're like and you just fall off.
you're gonna really hate one part of this new game.
Oh my God. I think because there was one point like I died like over a dozen times, and like I had switched it to like easy mode because
Yeah,
you could switch it mid game, and I switched it to like the easiest mode
just to get through it.
just to get through that part to make it like go slower and everything, and I still was dying, I think at one point I just took my controller and I spiked it, and then I looked down, I'm like, oh, damn it.
Like,
There,
oh, well, I guess I'm gonna
Down-
not play this game for a little bit until I get.
right away, like down goes another one. But no,
Yeah,
that was the first time I broke on a controller in a long time. Talk about the days back in the day when I was a kid playing Madden. Oh man, I broke so many damn controllers playing Madden. Oh, I fucking hate that game now.
well, you should do like the this Amazon subscription things where you like save like a few bucks where you just have a new one automatically ordered. So maybe they'll have that for controllers for you, and you can have a continuous supply of new controllers coming in. No, There's one part that is definitely like that in Survivor, and then there were two other parts that were just like impossible to win. Well, I should say one part that was impossible to win, and another part that was impossible to figure out. Where I actually had to like go online and be like, "What the heck? Like, how do I get beyond this point?" Because it's not really
Doesn't make sense or
doesn't
doesn't.
make sense. And I'm pretty intuitive when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm not the best at like combat. That is not my strong point in games. Like when my brother and I would play games when we were younger, my brother was all about the dueling combat and like all that stuff. So he would always be the one with the controller, and then I was like the puzzle figure out person. So like Zelda Ocarina of Time.
No, brain, brawn.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so like I'm pretty intuitive when it comes to like games and figuring out puzzles and everything, and I could just not figure this out. And it was more of a result of how the level and setting was constructed after now knowing like what you have to do. I'm like, okay, if I didn't look this up, there's really no way I was going to figure this out.
Good,
So,
no way.
um, but yeah, I'll get that game ready. And the next time are you are you going to Tara's birthday this weekend?
I don't know. Just given my condition and they're bowling,
Yeah,
like I said, my whole like upper body aches.
yeah.
Even like
I mean, I could drop it off at your house too. You don't live far, so.
yeah, I mean it's not urgent
I mean,
by any means. So and Christmas is around the corner, so I I'm
well, don't
going to be busy as it is.
sure.
So I mean we can wait till you know.
Well, I'll keep it in my car, so then the next time I see you, it'll be easier to get it to you.
And then
Otherwise, I'll forget.
disc will just be an ice
Yeah,
disc.
yeah, probably.
And I'll just set it down and just whoosh, just shatters into pieces. T1000 style, hasta la vista, baby.
Speaking of cold, um, the heater and so we have a heater in our garage, and that broke. And you know, we
Is
live in the
is your garage I can't remember. Is it insulated?
uh part the house part is, and then um two walls are insulated,
Okay.
and then two are not. So it does a decent enough job of retaining heat once I heat
Retaining
it
heat.
up.
Okay.
Decent enough at least. But the heater broke in there, and so you know that we live like in the woods and stuff like that. And ever since the heater broke, we found like mouse droppings in the house.
Oh
So
no.
I feel like the the mice were, maybe there was a couple mice in the garage, and now that is like frozen over. They worked their way in that. We've caught we caught one mouse in the house in a trap, and then we've caught three in the garage since. But it's just been like one thing after another ever since it got so cold and the heater broke down. It's like, oh, this is never ending. But the heater is now fixed, and we're hoping that we're catching the mice and everything. But
This is the time of year they're sneaking in and everything. I still remember. I think it was last winter. Um, I was leaving, so like I go out in the garage. Um, so how my like you know how my house
Yep.
looks like.
Yep.
My entryway there's the front door, but then there's the side door to the garage,
Yep.
and I where my car is, and I go into the garage, walk down a step, and along the side of the wall, like right there's my car. But alongside of the wall, I have a bunch of like crap. I have like tools.
Yeah.
I have my golf bag and whatnot. This mouse just comes out of like nowhere, just like boop, and sees me, and then just jumps right into my golf bag. And I was like, that makes sense because the last time I don't golf that often, and then when I do, I usually just like I like just going to the driving range
Yeah.
and practice my game because when I actually do golf, I suck at it. But
Me
uh,
too.
but I like going to the driving range. And it's like when you get a good hit, you're like, oh yeah, that feels good.
I'm so good.
But that's only like 1 out of 20 hits,
Right.
you know. But anyways, like when I was reaching into my bag to like where I know where stuff is, and all of a sudden there was like all these like stupid little like pellets, and I didn't know what they are, but I now when I think about it, I think they might be like mice poop.
Probably.
And they're all like rock hard. And I was like, what the hell is this shit? Like, it's
Literally.
literally shit. So, so I, so since then, I mean, I didn't even touch my golf bag this last year.
Yeah.
Uh, but because it's a nice bag, but it's got, one of the pockets has a big old rip seam. So that's how they're getting into it. And if they
Yeah.
get into it, then they're probably chewing through all the other
Yeah.
sectors of the bag to get through it. And I was like, God damn it. Like, I mean, good thing it was a golf bag I got found at a garage sale for $20
Yeah.
with its clubs.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
was like, this is a deal. This is a nice bag. It's one of those ones that's actually got like it's got the backpack type
Oh, sure.
strap on it.
Easier to carry around.
Yeah. So, and it had pretty decent clubs and everything. I mean, nothing outstanding, but enough for what someone who doesn't golf that often.
Yeah. I mean that's me too. I mean, the only throughout my time I've played golf, which I started probably like I don't know when I was 10, 11, 12 years old, and like now I get out once a year, and it's like during our annual trip back to Wisconsin to see like all my friends around the 4th of July. We always do like a
Little
golf
golf trip.
outing. Yep. Um, but since I first started, my first bag was like a used bag, used clubs and everything. And then for Christmas one year, I got a new set of irons, and that's the only thing that was new to me. But like my driver and woods, they're just like whenever I go with my friends, I always so Greg, you met him. I always use his driver when I need to drive because my driver sucks. It's like old and it's not like a wood one, so it's at least like titanium, but it's a small little head, and I hate it. But yeah, I'm not that great at golf either. But yeah, that time of year for sure, and
Where the mice are
it's
they're
easy for mice to get into garages
mhm.
because there's always I feel like there's no matter what house you live in, there's always a way into a garage. Whether it's like you're doing yard work and you open the garage door and then one like happens to get in, especially like living in the woods and stuff. But now that garage got like to sub-zero temperatures when the heater broke, it's like, oh, well, we're gonna try and find ways into your house now, and so we're trying to trap them. And Jackson thinks it's fun. There's like, oh, I want to see the mouse. Like, no, we don't want to see any mice. don't touch the traps. They're disgusting. So you don't
Yeah.
want to get sick. But
Do you have a shed or anything like that in your
we have
backyard?
a small little shed.
Are they in there? Because in my shed, every spring when I go back in there to like, clean out, take out some of the furniture, back out to like put on the deck and whatnot. Oh God, mice. So I should take that back. The little pellets that I'm finding in the bag, they're not poop. They're brown. They look like I don't know. I don't know how to describe them. I know what mice poop look
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
And I changed one year because I would put like I have like furniture for the deck, um, and they have like cushions. And one year in the shed, I just stacked them all in the shed. But then when I was moving like cushion, each cushion was like almost like was like a little like apartment
Apartment complex.
complex for each mouse because like each one I lift one, just nothing but mice poop. Lift up, not layer of mice poop. And I was like,
Yeah.
gee, I was like, God damn it, like, dank ferric.
Dang, Ferric. I'm sure there's mice in mine, like during like the warmer months. This time of year, they're probably not in that. They're probably moving their way into the garage if they can get in there. Um, but yeah,
But if your heater's dead, now they're trying to get in the house now.
yeah, yeah. They just make their way. So now we just got to catch them.
Are you guys gonna try to replace the heater? Or are you just gonna like, well,
Oh, we were play. It's working now.
oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it just a minor fix for it, or did you replace it?
No, we had to. Well, we didn't replace it, but we did have to replace the motherboard, the electrical board.
Oh, like a part for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the guy that came out, he said there's three things that are like the most costly. It's like the gas valve, the motherboard, and there was one other thing he said. And this one was the motherboard because it wouldn't ignite. You would hear it click 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 click, but it and it's like some of those heaters they have a pilot, but this one doesn't have a pilot. If it had a pilot, it would have been able to ignite, but
Yeah.
this one didn't. It starts on its own. So, but we got it fixed as of yesterday. So now I'm hoping that if there are mice, they go more back to the garage. And now we've got a bunch of mouse traps in the garage and around the house. We've only caught one mouse in the house, and then
Which could be a positive sign that
yeah.
not
And I
too
mean,
many, that they're not trying to, not yet anyways. We're trying to get in the house.
like I don't think there's a major infestation by any means. There's three different spots that we've seen traces of the mouse in the kitchen, in the laundry room, and in the utility room in the basement. Which the utility room and the garage are like connect. So I think that's their entrance point from the garage is into the utility room. But we we caught one mouse in the house, but we have seen traces of still another mouse since we caught that one. So I feel like we have one more left in the house to catch before it starts like, because it only takes them 6 weeks, I think, to have babies, and then it's
Yeah.
like, and then those babies will mature in like another 6 weeks or something like that
Yep.
to be able to reproduce on their own. So like you got to catch it right away. So that's what we're hoping. And we're those people that we don't like to kill them, so we live trap. So then we catch them, and then you got to drive like 2 miles away, 2 or 3 miles away, so they don't find their way back. So that's what I've been doing the past few days. Is if we catch one, oh, I'm going to drive you away. So does your brother? Because your brother lives in the same neighborhood. Does he get mice?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in this area.
Oh.
Being in the woods.
The Mudges have a heart.
I know. I
I
is
don't.
not,
To,
this
to
is how
me,
bad it is. I even do the same thing with spiders, and I hate spiders. I hate spiders,
oh,
and I can't kill them. So I like will catch them, and then I'll try to like release them outside. At least I know I will never. I'm not.
I'm trying not to go to hell.
I will
That's how
never
you're
be convicted of a murder because I can't even like harm a spider.
You're like, oh God, what's that episode?
I will never be caught in Stephen Avery's situation. It's like it's just not me.
That episode in back when The Simpsons, at least for me, when The Simpsons were good.
Yeah.
Uh, Ned Flanders, the holy of holy god of guys, the godly of God. And he's like, this guy won't even kill a mosquito. He goes, yep, never kills a mosquito. I'll let them bite me, and I'll love the scratch. I was like, God, I was like, oh man, like, I'm
All right,
losing.
I will kill mosquitoes. I have no problem killing mosquitoes. So I'm not quite Ned Flanders in that regard. But yeah. Um
No,
my
for me, I don't. They're gonna die anyway. Like to me, especially in the wintertime.
yeah. Well, and like
I'm taking you out of your misery faster by hitting a trap that literally just you're done.
well well and it's funny because then I like think to myself because I'm letting these mice out in the middle of nowhere in the freezing cold. I'm like, is that even worse? Like more inhumane just to let them go and like let them freeze to death out here
Yeah,
versus
yeah. So
like
there you go.
putting them out of their
Well,
misery.
are you doing anything better for them?
Like as I was driving though, because we caught one today that I drove and we were talking earlier about like this horizontal like snow and like wind and how freezing it is right now. And I'm thinking as I'm getting closer to where I'm dropping this mouse, I'm like thinking in my head, you better enjoy the warmth you're getting right now because it's about to be
You're not gonna
hell
get
for
it.
you're gonna be freezing
Hell's
your
gonna
balls
freeze
off.
over in about a few minutes.
You're gonna wish you were dead. But
Yeah, no. One time, I had laid out a trap, and it had to be one of the first years when I was living in this house. And I think the next morning I went and checked. I was like, "Oh my God, that mouse is huge!" Like, you would think I know it's not a rat because I know what
right,
the size of a rat is,
yeah.
but that
And
mouse, I was
rats
like,
look different.
"Yeah," but the size of that mouse, I was like, "Whoa!" Like, it was like
You
I
were
don't know,
eating good.
like yeah, it was like usually like mice I'm seeing like are like
Yeah,
this big with a little tail. Like this thing was like
twice the size, three times.
twice the size. No, granted, maybe it got all swollen up after it
Yeah.
got because I had one of those snappers.
Oh, sure.
So maybe it snapped and then it like swolled up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it looked big. But I just took the whole thing and just dumped it in the in the dumpster.
Throw it away.
Yeah,
uh, it's like Tom and Jerry. I can't not think of like that cartoon. Um,
and not feel guilty killing Tom
no, no, not like that. I just mean like
or no Jerry. I mean Jerry.
Jerry.
Tom's the cat. Jerry the
Just
mouse.
thinking of like the traps and everything. Just like I can't trying to catch mice. I can't not think of like Tom and Jerry. I don't know why, but um. Well, anyways,
Here
trying
we are.
to
We talked about
go on tangent.
how off topic we get, but no, this is fun. This is fun.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Well, and it's the end of the year, so like we're wrapping
Or-
it up and looking forward to some Star Wars coming up though. Looking forward to what we can do in the upcoming year with the podcast again. So hopefully we can. I think we can do 200 subscribers. Hopefully we can get to 500. I think that should be our goal is to get to 500 by the end of 2026. That'd be awesome. So if you're listening to us, hit that button. And yeah, bringing in some other people. And I'm really looking. Oh, speaking of 2026, I'm looking forward to like having a movie to go to because I've never. I know you've been on the podcast for about a year plus, but since 2021 when I started this, I've never had a feature film released during the time of having this podcast. So I'm really cool of like making an event out of it and like us going to the actual movie and like us coming on stream before the movie talking about like excitement and stuff like that and then after the movie like our reactions and then later on afterwards after we've had time for it to marinate like bringing our thoughts so we'll have that in 2026 we'll have that in 2027 with Starfighter so I'm really looking forward to those things coming up those will be some firsts so
yeah, because I'd love what I've seen some of the people that I follow on YouTube that do like just movies in general, like reviews and whatnot. They'll do in depth, you know, go home, do an in-depth kind of review of it, but do like a like a live reaction, like
yeah
coming straight out of the theater,
yeah
coming straight out of your theater room, and you're in the lobby, and we'll have, you know, Mudge and I will have like our phone cameras and we'll record our immediate reaction, or what
Yeah,
like our immediate thoughts, and try to I don't know. We should probably try to keep it spoiler free
yeah. We'll get.
on those, and then when we get to our actual recordings, our weekly recordings, we'll do you know tr spoiler warning if we
Yeah,
want
we'll put the spoiler tag so that if people are watching, they're warned at least. So, um,
you've been warned.
but yeah, and I'm really excited about having that opportunity for the first time. So, looking forward to making an event out of it. And um, what I haven't even been to a movie theater in a couple of years now because I
Yeah,
usually go.
because I think we were talking about this last time. What do you know what your last movie was?
I know one Christmas we went and saw the Wonka movie. I saw the Wonka movie with my brother. Um, maybe Guardians of the or no, Thor: Love and Thunder. I saw with Rusty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, wasn't impressed with the movie, but there
You
also
mean
hasn't been like many great movies to go see.
yeah,
I've,
there has,
I mean, I haven't seen Top Gun, Maverick, so
and you still have yet to see it.
I still have yet to see it. I did finally see. I mean, me not going to the movie as a reason has nothing to do with like movie availability. Just more, I don't really have the time. Um, I would just rather invest my available time into other things at the moment. So,
I
uh,
know. I'm just giving you crap. I can't.
and movies are so
I
expensive these days. It's like,
well, no. Well, I'm just talking about. I mean, some of these movies you can watch now if you have
oh,
if
sure,
you have the streaming service. It's available to watch.
sure,
That's what I'm saying. Like that. Like,
okay.
um,
Well, I'm
uh,
just speaking to like going to a movie, like because I love going to movie theaters and I love getting popcorn from movie theaters.
I
So
know
that's
it's hard. It's hard not to go to a movie theater without getting a pop and pop, like a pop and popcorn.
yeah,
That's almost like, but which if we go to I do have a really good close buddy. He might join us
okay,
because he's the one. Whenever I've gone to movies now, I go with him.
okay.
I always see if he's interested in going, and I'm pretty sure he might be interested. So, but
I
we usually would go opening night. I don't know if that's something that would work. If we,
That's usually when I've gone to. I try to like I've even done midnight showings. Rogue One, we did the midnight showing the night before because usually it's Fridays that movies get released, but then they do like the Thursday night ones as well.
and
And
that's the ones that we end up going to is like a Thursday night, but we'll try to go to one that's not like because it's Thursday night. People got work the next day.
yeah, yeah,
Um, So we would try to because they keep making because I remember it was like, oh, you want to go to the midnight showing Thursday midnight, but then they changed it. And it's like okay, 10 o'clock. Now they
yeah,
changed it. Like, you could go at practically like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening,
yeah,
and on a Thursday there will be a showing.
yeah.
So
I would do the Thursday. I know I'd have softball, but I know. I mean, everyone knows
oh,
my love.
softball comes second.
Everyone knows my love for Star Wars, so they would understand why I would miss a game for the movies. So, um, but yeah, that'll be just around the corner and in May. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, I know it's getting late, so we probably should wrap it up. I know. Well, maybe next time we'll talk through Visions because I know you just watched the Volume 2 episodes. Was it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
See, I have it up right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and I liked all of them.
Oh, good.
Yeah, all were interesting in a certain way, but my favorite. So yeah, just a quick overview.
Yeah, little teaser.
Journey to the Dark Head. I had a feeling where that was going. I'm gonna skip this one because this one was my favorite. Episode 6. So, but episode 7, the Bandits of the Golak. That one got interesting at the end, knowing in the beginning. when the caretaker of the child that has force sensibility,
Yep.
she wanted a lollipop, and he goes, "I'll go get one. Just don't do anything stupid." And then she uses the force to grab the flute, and then everyone on the train freaks out, and then Stormtrooper. I was just like, "God, stupid kid! Like he told you not to do anything. Like, but
That
anyways,
was that's the one that plagiarized the fan film.
oh really? Oh, that's the one that you were telling me about
The
last.
fight scene, at the end, or like in the town or the village.
Yeah, in that like it looks like a Japanese hut, and like everyone's like kind of like I don't know, part like a little party, and
Here, you want me to? Well, I'll save it for next time. Maybe that'll be better. I'll have it ready.
when we do a deep dive.
It's got there's like side by sides of the fan film and that duel. It's like it's the same thing. Just one CGI and the other one is live action fan film.
You're talking about when the old granny that has a cane that turns into lightsabers. You
Um,
talking about that duel?
let's see. Visions Volume 2 Later. Or what's the episode called again?
The Bandits of Golog.
Bandit of Golog. Later. So the fan film is called Dark Jedi, a Star Wars story. That was released in 2019. It's the fight. Yeah, I think it was the old lady. But there's like dealing with no internet on my other one on my computer. Um, but yeah, there's a side by side view of it on YouTube somewhere, and you can see it.
I'll have to look that up then. And you said what was? 'Cause I probably wrote it down, but now my tablet's somewhere else. I lost it. What was the fan film called?
Oh, was it Dark Jedi? Star Wars Vision Volume 2 episode The Bandits of Golak has faced recent accusations of plagiarizing the fight choreography and camera angles from a 2019 fan film titled Dark Jedi, a Star Wars story.
Dark Jedi. Okay, I'll probably look that up after we're done here.
And you could just like Dark Jedi fan film side by side visions. I'm trying to see if I can find the video. Well, I'll look afterwards, and then if I find it, I can send it over to you.
Okay.
But yeah, the choreography of the fight scene is
That's like almost like spot on,
yeah, at least from what
plagiarized.
yeah. I mean, I haven't watched the Dark Jedi film. I've just seen the clips of it again side by side with it, and it's the exact same. So,
Okay.
but I apparently if you have Disney Plus subscription within the fine print, you
Can't sue.
you give away your right to sue them for anything. It's like okay,
Which that means then like technically So if you're like a if you're a member of Disney Plus, you can't sue at all.
Can't sue Disney.
That that is I'd lawyer up.
Or are you going to lawyer up against Disney? Who do you think's going to win?
True.
Well, that's why they
True.
do it because like
No one's gonna win.
no one's going
But
to fight them.
I would hope to get at least some sort of settlement because the thing is, it's like then if you make your own content, you should try to like copyright it or something,
Yeah,
and then that way it's like, and then it's dated, and then they come up with something, and be like, I came up with this first. No one came, like went through me first,
yep,
and sure, maybe I became a member. Let's say this year, I made my content several years ago.
right.
You know what I mean? So it's like.
Well,
You could have a little bit of a battle, and then hopefully, at the very least, Disney be like, you know what? Can we just wipe our hands of this? Here's a settlement. Here's a check for $1 million just to shut up. I'd be like, okay, cool, thanks.
deal.
I'm,
Well, and I mean, I haven't read the fine print of Disney Plus. Again,
well,
this is just what I've heard.
the fine print would probably take like 18 hours to read.
It's
That's how,
another encyclopedia. It's a rebellion instruction book
yeah.
worth. Um, but just from the people that I follow and what I've watched, so I guess I don't want to fall victim to like just believing whatever you hear. But I, I, I would have a hard time believing that it's impossible to sue them. Like that doesn't seem 100% accurate. But I'm sure there's something in there that like
You know what? Okay,
because like if you copyrighted something and then Disney steals it, like how do you not have any ground to be able to sue them?
I took criminal law. First rule I learned when they say you can't sue, that's wrong. That's a wrong statement. You can always sue.
So it's like when
You
you go
can
to a
you can always sue. It's the matter of is there a point of suing? Like
sure,
if I'm gonna sue, that means I think I can win. I can get something out of this.
right.
That's the thing. When you say you can't sue, that's a wrong statement. You can always sue someone.
It's like when you go to buy a car and you're at the lot and they say we don't haggle. They'll still haggle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's there's just trying to prevent you from actually trying to haggle with them. But if you haggle with them, then they still will. So
yeah.
yeah, I like to your point. There has to be a way to still sue them because like if you have something copyrighted and they steal it, how is that not grounds to be able to sue them? So
But even if you didn't have that at all. That's what I said. My criminal lawyer professor, he said, you know, in any sort of circumstances, when they say, "Oh, you can't sue," that's a lie.
you still can.
You can always sue no matter what. The thing is when they say you can't sue, it's more like, what's the point of suing?
You're going to spend more money on lawyers and everything than what you would get in return.
Exactly. That's what by saying you can't sue, it's like it's not worth suing.
It's not worth suing. Is a better way
Yeah.
to put it.
Yeah, that's the way to phrase it.
That's
So
fair.
when I heard that, I'm like, oh, you know, when you say that, that's a good point and makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So, anyways, I'll have to look that up side by side. But okay, so then episode 8, the pit. Ooh, that was a very powerful episode of getting all these like scavengers or whatever slaves to like dig for these kyber crystals.
Oh yeah. Where they're digging like their own like
Grave
prison and
practically.
grave or whatnot.
And all of a sudden they're like dug all the way down. And
Yep.
then the one guy is like, there's this, I know there's a city. I've seen it. I've seen it. There's a city. It's, and I'll climb. And it just makes me think of that scene of, in, Dark Knight Rises when Bruce Wayne is in that prison
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah.
he has to climb up.
I definitely thought of that when I watched this
I
episode.
totally got that vibe. And that was so cool. That little like hedgehog digging thing was helping him
Oh
when he
sure.
and it was like digging them holes to like grab onto
Yeah.
and like to get all the way to the top, and he finally makes it all the way to the town, and he like spreads the word, and all of a sudden like the townspeople don't even know what's going on. They're just getting rich because of like what of the riches there of the crystals and everything. And then the stormtroopers finally capture the guy, and then they sadly like just toss him right back down the pit, and
Yep.
he dies. And I was like, oh God, he worked so hard. But then, what was there saying like, um, bring the light?
I don't. It's been a while since I watched these, so
There's a chant that they say, but it's loud enough or echoes up out of the hole.
yeah.
I didn't realize how deep this like the storm like they pretty much hit like rock bot. They pretty much hit the core
Mm.
or like the different like stratospheres or what do
Yep.
you call it of like
Yep.
of like
A planet.
of a planet to the point where it's straight rock concrete like you can't penetrate
Can't
it.
dig further.
You can't go any further. And then this like the Empire's like, all right, see you later, and then they just left because they like released their chains, but then like pretty much to free them just to be free to die
Right.
in this pit. But then the people finally came, and then like the stormtroopers like stay back, but there was like too many of them, and the stormtroopers like, well, fuck this, and then they all just left. And then the peoples of the towns actually saved everybody. So it was a great sacrifice of that one guy that did the sacrifice of making that risk of climbing that huge all the way up, making it all the way to the town, and but then only just get But it was like this ultimate So I thought that was kind of a
Yeah.
cool episode. And then nine, interesting artwork. Like kind of like I'm trying to describe how it was with like this puppet kind of.
Yeah.
God, what was the first PS PlayStation 3 game everyone had? Where like it was like one of the first games that came out, and you were like a puppet,
Oh, I
like
know
a
what you're talking about.
and you're like you're brown, look like you're stitched.
Yep. Yep.
That's what this vibe was giving me.
Yeah. I can see it.
Um, and I like how like they were talking about how like all the kyber crystals have all been ruptured and they're all bleeding. They're all red. And Au I think is
Yeah. Like
her
Ayu.
Ayu has her own like song, and what it does is it uh heals all the crystals. I was like, whoa, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And even the song, like her singing was like really interesting and cool. And then at one point they were like in peril because like the bridge falls apart and they're falling, but then there was a Jedi, like actually one of them was one of the people was a Jedi, like went forward and then like Force captured them and then shielded them, and then I think it had to be her dad didn't want her to go, but the Jedi's like, we all have a calling. It's our decision what we do with that calling.
Yeah.
Because the Jedi wanted to take her with her to help go to other locations to, you know,
Heal the
revive
crystals.
heal the crystals because they're all bleeding. Hence the galaxy is bleeding, kind of metaphor. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Again, we can dive more further into it. There was other aspects of this episode. I was like, what the hell? Like there was like moments where it's like, are you stupid? Are you dumb?
And that's such as so with many of the Star Wars works is
Yeah,
even the best ones have things like, are you stupid? Like
yeah.
Empire Strikes Back. I always refer to it like best movie of all time in my opinion. There are still head scratcher moments in it. Like, why are we flying these snow speeders right in front of the only weapons that these AT-ATs have? Like, just go to the side. Just go to the side. It won't hit you. So yeah, that we can have that be a little teaser for when we dive deeper into
Our next
those
recording
episodes
and
from
probably
Bogey's point of view.
which will probably be
January.
Yep, probably our first episode into the next year, given the holidays now. The next 2 weeks will be busy.
Yep,
So
for sure. Um, so we'll look forward to talking about that next time. Uh, Again, thank you for all the listeners and subscribers for now 5 seasons of the show. Looking forward to starting season 6 next year, and what 2026 will have to bring, not only for Star Wars but for our channel as well. So, if you're listening to us, hit that subscribe button, like button, rate, review, download, all the above. We greatly appreciate it. And as we mentioned, if you're interested, if you want to be a part of the show and have some conversations with us, and send us a line. Let's talk and see if we feel like we want to expand our crew a little bit more. So, and once we hit 200 subscribers, we'll give away a little prize, and then when we hit 500 subscribers, we'll give away a nice lightsaber. And I guess a Bogie has thrown his plastic Darth Vader lightsaber hilt in on that as well. The other saber will be a theory saber, a dueling one, so you're not going to want to miss out on that. But until then, have a wonderful holiday season. Have a great and wonderful happy new year, and we look forward to talking to all you in 2026. So until then, as always, and make sure to stay warm, as always, may the force be with you. And let's get these mice out of my damn house. So, all right, till next time. Now that I'm doing it on my... Hold on. Getting there.
Thanks for calling. This is Han Solo, and I'm going to be keeping you company for the next few hours right here on the Midnight Shift. Something